I want to thank my friend Representative Chris Stewart of Utah for sponsoring a bill that I hear a lot about when I'm in Wyoming, especially from my own father. Hi, I'm Cynthia Lummis with this week's Cattle Call. Chris Stewart's bill would address the problem of regulatory agencies arming themselves, and it would deal with demilitarizing those federal agencies. These are federal agencies that are tasked with regulations and the enforcement of regulations. But in 2002, in the Homeland Security Act, they were given the authority to arm themselves through their offices of the Inspector General. As a consequence, we have regulatory agencies that are arming themselves to the hilt and using those arms in the most absurd circumstances. For example, there was a woman in Miami whose business was raided by armed regulatory personnel because she may have been illegally trading in coral. There was also an instance of an armed military effort by a regulatory agency to find someone who is dealing in fraudulent student aid. This is not what armed regulatory agencies were ever intended to do. The BLM and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service have also been noted with instances of using firearms in absurd ways. That's why Chris Stewart's bill is so important. It would demilitarize these regulatory agencies. It would repeal the authority that they were given in 2002 under the Homeland Security Act. Thanks, Chris Stewart, and thanks, Dad, for bringing this to my attention. With this week's Cattle Call, I'm Cynthia Lummis.